Alright, today is day 5 of not masturbating for me. I had a close call last night, actually. I was shopping on eBay. I was bidding for 20,000 Mary Curry notes. And I have a big crush on Mary Curry. And I got 3 of those notes at really good prices. But when I saw her face on the notes, I got a minor urge. I quickly corrected it by going out for a walk, which was really nice. I ended up going out when it was like 11:30 at night, and those things make really good memories for me. But it's very important for me to stay away from masturbating because it opens up all sorts of doors for me to deal with things. So I teach SAT prep at a tutoring center. Now, 2 of the students in one of my classes are constantly going there to sleep during class. Now here's the problem. The room itself is quite small. Part of the reason I keep talking about posture issues that I'm having is there's not a whole lot of space for me to set up stuff. So I'm holding the textbook because I'm teaching out of it, I'm writing on the whiteboard, and it's creating all sorts of joint problems for me. I would so much love to have fewer students in the classroom so we can move some of the desks out there, but I love all my students, and 2 of my students are there to sleep. And finally I lose it. So after class, after all the others had left, I told them I needed to talk to them, and the 2 of them stayed behind. And I expressed how frustrated I was that the room being so packed as it is, they would come here to sleep while I have joint problems. And one of them ended up in tears, actually. And so I don't know if I pushed it a little bit too far, but that's the kind of courage that not masturbating brings me. When I'm masturbating and I'm satisfied, I would never think about having that conversation. I was I was at the parking lot of the plaza where I work, and I don't think it was one of our students. It was a student of another place down the road. We have a dance class and some other things. I think there's also karate in that same plaza. And there was this teenager who was idling her car right as I'm trying to shoot a YouTube video. And I went up to her and I asked her if she was okay, and I said I didn't think it was such a good idea to be idling the car. And she appreciated that and turned off her car. I love getting into people's business. Now, I gotta point out, do this at your own risk, but I think if you use your good judgment and you say hello and, hey, I don't think it's such a good idea to be idling the car like that. I think your mileage may vary, but you're not gonna get hurt doing that. Let's put it that way. And I think people much better deserve to be educated about these things than to just I would worry more about the education aspect than the idea of getting into people's faces, but that's me. On Friday night, I went to a local restaurant here and I saw 6 or 8 people, but they were all in couples, and you know that upsets me a lot. And so I introduced myself, said hello, how's your summer going? And I pointed out, you don't have any friends who are single? No, we don't have any friends who are single. And I know it's BS. Just given their age group, I know it's BS. I thought, well, okay. Well, if you encounter anybody who's single, don't feel afraid to include them. They're good people. And I said, oh yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Now I know at the restaurant they're trying to blow me off, but deep down I also know that that message is going to stick around for some time. And I'm not afraid to get in people's businesses, but again, you got to use your good judgment, right? Having said that, I'm not afraid of getting in people's business because I think education about these things is more important. But you know what? Had I been satisfied with masturbating, I might not have had all that courage to do all. I'm especially proud of myself for what I said to the students who were sleeping in my classroom. I would have never thought about that. Usually I'm just happy to have a job to go to, and I just bump around for the ride, and I've never spoken up to the extent that I have these last few weeks, ever since I quit masturbating. Well, 5 days.